Alrighty, shalom, kwam Allah. Let me just turn off my fan here. I just want to give all praises, glory, and honor due unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakaha Kodash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone of GMS. To you I say shalom, and shalom to the hopeful elect, kwam Allah and Abad Babal. I want to go into the topic of give us this day our daily bread. That's found in Matthew chapter 6, verse 11. And that chapter also gives us the Adawan Palah, which is the Our Father prayer. And that's another thing. We should be praying all the time. Praying is a form of giving supplication. And also it's a way to beg Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai for your needs, right? You got to beg the Lord, especially in this world. You got to beg the Lord. You got to beg the Lord. You know, prayer is not set up for you to buy and sell the Lord's mercy, because that's how people view prayer. You know, oh, if I don't pray for such and such, and the Lord, He won't sell me mercy. So, for example, oh, if I don't pray today, the Lord won't give me $1 million. Or people are just praying so the Lord can lend you, so you can borrow mercy. That's not what prayer is set up for, man. Okay, that's not what prayer is set up for. You have to understand that. Okay, so it's very important to pray. All right, it's very important to pray, especially in this very wicked and temporal world that we live in. You have to pray, man, constantly, because we're constantly under attack. We are always under attack on all levels. So anyways, I'm going to start off with Philippians chapter 4, verse 12. And this came out in the previous live show that I just finished doing with Hakim. I believe this was the second last precept to come out during the end of the live show, right? It's Philippians chapter 4, verse 12. I know both how to be abased, and I know how to abound everywhere. And in all things I'm instructed both to be full and to be hungry, both to abound and to suffer need. I can do all things to Hamashiach Yahushai, which strengtheneth me. Now, for you to get to this understanding, right? For you to get to this level, you have to understand what your daily bread is, because your daily bread is going to prepare you to get to this level right here. That's what I'm seeing. Okay. And a lot of individuals, they don't really understand what their daily bread is for, especially individuals in this truth, especially the ones that are new, you proselytes, right? And also people in the world, especially people in the Christian church. They don't understand what their daily bread is for. They don't understand why they're praying for that. Okay? Your daily bread is going to get you to this point, so you can get to this understanding right here. And really the point is made in verse 13. I can do all things through Hamashiach Yahushai, which strengtheneth me. And that's what your daily bread is for. It's so you can rely on Yahushai. It's so you can come to the understanding nobody can stop you. Nobody can stop you. Now I'll say this. You know, each brother's daily bread, whatever portion you're given, that portion is for you. So you can't be looking at another brother's daily bread, because some brothers' daily bread may be more, and some brothers' daily bread may be a little less, right? So whatever bread that the Lord has given to each and every brother, that bread is for them and no other brother, right? So you can't be looking at another brother's daily bread. That's a no-no. You got to just focus on what the Lord has given you. And you have to be content with that. Right? So yes. Now, I want to go into Matthew chapter 6, verse 11. It says, give us this day our daily bread. This is going into the Adawan Palah. This is a part of the Adawan Palah, the Lord's Prayer. And that's what comes out in the Lord's Prayer, man. You know, the forgiveness of debts and sins, and make sure we're not led into temptation, but also the Lord giving us our daily bread. Now, what is our daily bread? That's very important. Our daily bread, give us this day our daily bread, is very necessary because our natural being, which is this flesh, is necessary to our spiritual well-being in this world. Okay, even though the two don't go well with each other, they still need each other to coexist, right? Because our spirit, it needs a body to be in, right? But it doesn't like it, right? Because the spirit and the flesh are always going against each other. And that's why you have your daily bread. It's to suffice the needs of the flesh, and it's supposed to suffice the needs of the spirit. So your daily bread won't give your flesh too much. So now you're getting caught up in sin and your carnal lusts, and also it gives your spirit what it needs in terms of pursuing the truth and serving Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, right? So yes, that's why you're praying for your daily bread. It's to give you balance to the flesh and balance to the spirit. Now, when you pray for your daily bread, you should be asking for the necessary supports and comforts of this life. Like I said, necessary. Okay, necessary, which is going into the necessities, which just simply means you should be praying for food. You should be praying for, good food, wholesome food, okay, right? Clothing, employment, shelter, right? And a way to support yourself and your family, and also for you to be able to support the brotherhood or give back to the brotherhood, which is charity and alms. All right, so that's what you should be praying for. You shouldn't be praying for opulence, luxury. You shouldn't be praying for that. Right? So give us this day our daily bread. That's what you should be asking for. The necessary supports and comforts of this life. Okay? And it kind of reminds me of Proverbs chapter 30, verse 8. Food convenient for me. Give me not vanity. I believe that's what it says. Remove far from me vanity and lies. Give me neither poverty nor riches. Yeah. And then I think it says, feed me with food that is convenient, I guess. Matter of fact, let me just pull it up. I'm just quoting it off of the top of my head. So let's get Proverbs chapter 30, verse 8. It says, remove far from me vanity and lies. Give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me with food convenient for me, lest I be full and deny thee, and say, who is Yahweh? Or lest I be poor and steal and take the name of my power, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, in vain. And that's something you don't want to do, taking the Lord's name in vain, man. But yeah, remove far from me vanity and lies. Yeah, man. Make sure I don't fall into temptation. Remove and take away my sins. Right. And if I do go off, take my sins away and give me a pardon. Right. I don't want any vanity. I don't want any lies. I don't want wickedness before me. And I definitely don't want to inherit lies. And it just shows you how humble King David was. He was very humble because King David was already a king. He was already on a high level. He ruled over a nation. He ruled over people. He put people to death, right? People came up to him and bowed down to him. He was very blessed, right? So he knew that he could lose that position, and it would be very easy for him to throw away the Lord and to get carnal. And he didn't want that. So that's why he's asking for balance, right? And this goes hand in hand with your daily bread, because your daily bread is going to give you balance. It's going to remove vanity and lies. It's going to remove poverty, and it's going to remove riches, which is going into opulence, luxury, or superfluity, right? Feed me with food convenient for me. And that's really, yes, that's going into to physical food, but it's also going into spiritual food. Give me that spiritual food. Give me things that are going to feed my spirit, which is the word, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Now, how do you get wisdom? The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. And King David, he feared the Lord and he was very wise. So, yeah, anyways, it says, verse 9, lest I be full and deny thee and say, who is Yahweh? Yeah, because you don't want to be too full. You don't want to be too full. You don't want to have everything. And then you're going to be like, oh, I don't need the Lord. I have everything. And your daily bread is just going to give you enough for that day. And then the Lord gives you another refill later on. But it's just going to be enough. Enough so you don't starve. And enough so you don't pretty much go off either. All right, so it says, and deny thee and say, who is Yahweh? Or lest I be poor and steal and take the name of my power in vain. That's right. So you're not going to have too little for you to curse the Lord. And for you to starve and not be able to function. That's not how it is. It's balanced. Okay, that's what he's giving you. So your daily bread, when you get it and when you receive it, your daily bread that the Lord gives you is teaching you sobriety, and it's also teaching you temperance. And when you're asking for bread, your daily bread, you're not asking for dainties. You're not asking for superfluities. You're asking for things that are wholesome to your body, your physical body, and to your spirit. Right? You want wholesome things. And you know, when you ask for your daily bread, man, that also teaches you honesty. And it also teaches you not to want other people's bread. It teaches you not to want the bread that is going into another man's mouth. I believe that's Proverbs 20:17. You know, it teaches you not to commit fraud or not to steal. Because that's what this world will teach you. It teaches you to want carnal things and to want what other people have. When really you just need to be content with what you have. This is Proverbs chapter 20, verse 17. And it says here, bread of deceit is sweet to a man, but afterwards his mouth shall be filled with gravel. What? That's messed up. That's messed up. Right? And this shows that that bread of deceit is pretty much bread of deceit or wealth gotten by fraud, by lying or oppressing someone to get it. And that's what you call ill-gotten gains, man. Can't be taking another man's bread. Just be content with what you have. Right? So, bread of deceit, man. Stolen fruits. Stolen forbidden fruits. And when people start stealing, man, they start thinking that they're blessed. They're blessed because they can take that. Right? Anyway, man, but I just thought of that. Bread of deceit is sweet to a man, but afterwards his mouth shall be filled with gravel. That's right. That's right. And then, he stole all those riches. He got it. And then it's too late. You know, he starts getting convicted in his mind. He's like, holy shit, now I'm getting judged. And now the Lord's wrath is coming up against me. I shouldn't have stole those things. You know, it was pleasurable to steal those riches, but now I'm paying for it. That's what you're seeing here. That's why it says, but afterwards his mouth shall be filled with gravel, man. Man, try eating gravel, putting that in your mouth and eating that. That's very painful, man. And that's sin, man. It's very painful. You start waking up to what you did, and you're like, damn, I shouldn't have done that. Damn. All right, so the next one I want is Proverbs chapter 31, verse 27. I want to go into this one here. 31 and 27, actually. 31 and 27. And it says, she looketh well to the ways of her household and eateth not the bread of idleness. And that's another thing, man, being idle. This truth, this daily bread, it teaches you not to be idle as well. It teaches you to go out there and labor this daily bread. Because when you have nothing to do, the devil will find something for you to do. And that's something you don't want. And that's why you're asking for your daily bread. You're asking that the Lord, he provide you something like a job or some opportunity where you can be busy and you can make a living for yourself. Because if you don't have that, you're going to be idle, and that's something that you don't want. You're going to get caught up into something called fashionable entertainments, man. Bread and circus. Getting caught up on social media, and a lot of you women are like that. And that's why it's going into the woman here. Because when a woman doesn't have anything to do or have anything to work for, that's where the devil comes in. Then she becomes a busybody. And that's something that you don't want while being in this truth. You don't want to be a busybody. And when you're working, man, that makes you appreciate things more. Right? You know, some people eat and drink because they can find themselves nothing else. Because there's nothing else to do. That's why some people out here are just drinking, whining and dining. And they're getting caught up out here with fashionable entertainments, idleness, because there's nothing to do, nothing to work forward to. All right. But yeah, anyways, that's just something to talk about. You know, I just thought I'd bring this out. I don't know. This is just on my mind. I was just thinking about Matthew chapter 6 and 11, and these are the precepts that just came up. You know, so I hope this was edifying. And in order for you to get to this mindset of Philippians chapter 4 and 12, you have to understand what your daily bread is for. All right? You have to understand what your daily bread is for. And once you get the experience of your daily bread while being in this truth, you will come to this understanding that's written here in Philippians chapter 4 and 12 and 13 on down. And the point is really in verse 13. I can do all things through Hamashiach Yahushai, which strengthens me. And you'll get a better understanding of that when you have your daily bread. Right? When you rely upon the Lord. Like, wow, I can get through anything because the Lord is here. The only reason why I'm living is because of the Lord, man. And it's through him I'm going to get the victory. So anyways, with that, hope this was edifying. You know, this is just a commentary. So until next time, I just want to give all praises, glory, and honor due unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakaha Chodash, and the belongings to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well and that do teach well, that have taught me this truth. To you I say Shalom. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Kwame Yashala and Abad Babal.